Well, amidst all this drama that's going on recently with the whole Gennady Golovkin, Saul Canelo Alvarez situation, with Alvarez dropping the belt, vacating the title, and seemingly avoiding this fight with Gennady Golovkin. Can't say factually he's doing that because, according to his team, that they're still negotiating this fight. But this move somewhat indicates that it's not really top priority to have this fight happen, and it suggests to some, and even myself slightly, I'm leaning towards that Team Golovkin does not want this fight right now, and they're looking to somehow avoid it and fight someone else. But with all that being said, I also made a video earlier in the week about saying, like, why does it really matter if they fight now? Golovkin basically claimed that he wanted just to get all the titles. It didn't really matter who he had to fight to get them. And now that he's been elevated to full WBC champion, does this fight with Canelo really matter in the grand scheme of things? Because now that Canelo is no longer a champion, there's no need for him to fight him other than a big payday. So, I also mentioned that I don't really care now that the fight isn't happening because Canelo Alvarez, just as Mikel Cotto did before him, he was put in a situation where he was asked to fight Gennady Golovkin by the WBC. It was mandated. Canelo's in that same situation, and both fighters vacated the title, which signified that they didn't want to be champion anymore. And now that they're not champion anymore, they are not required to fight their mandatories. So I honestly don't see what the big deal is, but a lot of people are still complaining that this fight is not going to happen. And I'm going to give you my reason why I think a lot of people are still complaining that this fight is not happening. And in my opinion, Saul Canelo Alvarez, by many, is considered a bully because he fought Amir Khan at a catchweight. He fought James Kirkland at a catchweight. And when he won his first title, even at junior middleweight, he fought Matthew Hatton at 150-pound catchweight. And Hatton, as we all knew, was a career welterweight, junior welterweight, basically never fought at junior middleweight. So a lot of people were a little bit upset that why is he fighting a small guy for the title? And not only that, why is he fighting for that title at a catchweight, in which he did not even make, and the WBC allowed him to fight Matthew Hatton, even though he was not at the catchweight that he contractually agreed to with Matthew Hatton. So in a lot of people's minds, and I've heard them say this in the comment section, they feel as though Canelo Alvarez is a bully. And what do most people want to see happen to a bully? They want to see the bully get beat up. They want to see the bully get exposed. And that's why I think a lot of people want to see this fight, because they want to see Saul Canelo Alvarez just get beat up by Gennady Golovkin. They want to see him lose, but not only lose, they want to see him get thrashed against Gennady Golovkin because of him being perceived as the bully. So that's why I think people want to see this fight now, because honestly, I don't think there's a lot of significance in this fight now because Alvarez vacated the title. And it's quite apparent to me that they don't feel that they're ready for Golovkin right now. So why would you want to see a fight between a fighter and another fighter in which one of the fighters admittedly doesn't feel that he's ready? And I can't say admittedly because, again, a lot of this is opinion based, so don't people start commenting in the section, oh, well, Beeb, you're pushing your opinions off as facts. Because what do we do here on YouTube? We basically voice our opinions, we debate each other, and 99% of what we put out here is opinion based off of information, circumstantial evidence that we see. And there's a lot of circumstantial evidence out there. And in my own humble opinion, it suggests that Team Canelo does not feel that they're ready to fight Golovkin at this point in time. So that's why they vacated the title, so they wouldn't be mandated to have to fight Golovkin. And that's just my opinion. Because either way, I think they would get the lion's share. So I don't think this is really about money like it's being put out there. I think this is about a fighter and his team feeling that they're not ready to fight, their mandatory challenger or their mandatory fighter that they're supposed to fight according to WBC. Because back in the day, I think people forget. Back in the day, when you were a champion in one sanctioning body, you could not be a mandatory challenger for another sanctioning body. So this is a new thing that the WBC has done. And I think it's just them that are doing this. I don't see the WBA mandating a champion from another sanctioning body having to fight their champion. So I know that Golovkin had the interim WBC title, but regardless, he's still the WBA super champion, and he's the IBO champion, and he's the IBF champion. So according to the rules back in the day, because you are a sanctioning body champion in another organization, that would disqualify you from being ranked in another sanctioning body. So this is something new in boxing. So I just, this is a little history lesson for people who don't know that all of a sudden, this is a situation of boxing that wasn't always a rule. So I'm just letting people know that. But at the end of the day, again, this is my opinion on why people really want to see this fight. And I don't think this has anything to do with the significance of the fight itself. I just think that they want to see Alvarez get a beaten because they feel as though he's been acting like a bully. And he's been acting like a diva. And just because of those things, I think people want to see him get beat up. Those are my thoughts. That's all I got for now. Until next time, Beeb is out. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.